Hello class, I will be demonstrating a few order of operations for integers in this lesson. So let's start with this problem right here. So we're going to evaluate 2 times negative 7 inside the brackets divided by 10. So the order of operation that we have here is, as always, BEDMAS. And remember, every time I say this, the A and the S are the same, the D and the M are the same level. That's why some people say BEMDAS instead of BEDMAS. Meaning that if you have divisions and multiplications, you have to, only divisions and multiplications, you go from left to right. Same thing with additions and subtractions. So let's look at this problem here. So first we have a multiplication here inside the brackets, and then we have a division. So technically for this problem, what do you think? Do we need these brackets that we have here? Yes or no? So those two brackets, are they needed? Yes or no? You can do that, solve both problems on your own, but I'm gonna start with just using BEDMAS. So this is gonna be my first operation, and my second operation would be outside the brackets, which is the division. So inside the brackets first, 2 times negative 7, you can use a calculator, but technically you shouldn't, or not really, because that is an easy 2 by 4. Then you have to look at the negatives and the positives, and as we said, if the signs are the same, if the answer is positive. If the signs are different, which this is what we have here, this is positive. Again, if we don't write anything, that means it's positive, and this is negative. So positive by negative is going to be negative. And on the other side here, we didn't do anything to the divide by 10, so we bring it down as it is. Okay, so now we have negative 14 divided by 10. For this, our second problem, second operation, we will just divide 14 by 10. You can just say 1.4. Is this negative or positive? You have a negative and a positive, so the signs are not the same. So the rules for division and for multiplications are very similar, are the same, meaning if the signs are the same, you have the same, you have a positive, and if the signs were different, like a negative and a positive, then we have a negative. Okay, so let's go on to the next problem. Here we have a multiplication, multiplication, multiplication. Why? Because there's nothing written in between those two, all four brackets, meaning we are using the default operation, which is a multiplication operation. So for this, what you need to do is you start from, so this is gonna be our 1, because again, same order, all divisions or multiplications or a mix of the two, you're gonna go left to right. So that's gonna be our first problem. So negative 2 times 2 is gonna be negative 4. Remember, 2 by 2 is 4, and then a negative and a positive, because the signs are not the same, you're gonna get a negative answer. So that's our first thing, and we're gonna copy the rest that we didn't touch as it is here in black. Okay, now we have the next operation is going to be the negative 4 times 7, and that's going to be our second step. And negative 4 by 7, so 4 by 7 is 28, so let's do that first. So 28, and negative by positive, again, signs are not the same, so we're going to bring down that negative. And the negative 5 on this side does not change, so that comes down as it is. So now we have negative 8 times negative 5, that last operation that we have to do here. And so that's our third step. So it's a 3-step problem in this case. And we have negative 28 times negative 5. So the answer is going to be positive, and that would be 140. 140, positive 140 is our answer. Okay, so that's if you have all multiplications or a mix of multiplications and divisions. This is another problem. You can pause the video and try this on your own, and let's look at the solution now. So this is going to be very similar to the first problem. So 21 divided by 7 and then multiplied by negative 2. So this is going to be our first operation, and this will be our second operation. Okay, the first, because it's inside the bracket, so we have to do it. Even if it wasn't, it wouldn't make a difference here, because we would go left to right regardless. So for the first problem, 21 divided by 7 is just 3. So that's our first operation. The rest comes down as is, the negative 2. And as we said, this is our multiplication, which is the second step. 3 by 2 is 6. Positive by negative is going to be negative. So the answer here is negative 6. Okay, final problem I'm going to be doing here is a fraction problem. Don't forget, fraction means division. So a couple of things we have to watch for here. So the fraction means division. The other thing is there are technically brackets here. So you have to deal with the numerator. So deal with the numerator and denominator separately. Then you divide the numerator by the denominator. Remember, this is the numerator and this is the denominator. Okay, the top and the bottom of the fraction. So 21 plus 7, that's our first step here. So I'm going to do, and you can do it at the same time here just to make your life easier. So we end up with 28 on top over 7 by 2 is 14. And then our final step in this case is going to be the division, or the fraction. So 28 over 14 is the same as 2. And that is our answer.